come with me for a ride to Japan, India, England, Dubai, Germany, the Scandinavian countries, and China. Come and know how international business is conducted in these countries. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share. Folks, this is John Lincoln with another video, which I hope that you will find useful. Some of the examples mentioned here are based on my personal experience. So, have you ever felt like you have walked out of international business meetings feeling like you were on completely different planets? I have, even though we were all speaking English. There always seemed a sense of awkwardness when one side is so direct and data-driven. The other side appears often to circle the point. The other side often comes across as trying to spend time on the business relationship and the mood rather than the numbers or the facts. This is just one fascinating example of the many differences between cultures that you need to be aware of when dealing in international business engagements. I learned the hard way that there appears to be a hidden rulebook that interprets with guidelines as to why some sentences could sound confident in some countries while seeming to be rude in another country. It is so fascinating that once you see it, you almost stop guessing and immediately start reading the room as though you are reading some sort of subtitles. Some of my biggest learnings came from my 5 years of working in Japan. In Japan, I realized that communications was often happening in the space between the words. It seemed that people were listening to tones, timings, body language, and more importantly, what you did not say. In one particular meeting, I remember someone proposing something that felt perfectly reasonable, and that person seemingly getting a calm yes in response. In my brain, yes meant yes. However, in that meeting, as in many other meetings, it really meant that I hear you. One thing that the Japanese taught me was that silence does not mean empty space. Rather, they taught me that silence can also be respect and caution. Think of it this way. It can also be disagreement delivered with grace. Now let us move to enchanting India, where the conversation is often warm, fast, creative, and multi-layered. Unlike the India of old, most of these modern-day technocrats and businessmen folks are well-traveled and versed in international business culture norms. These folks seem so flexible and can appear to be direct one moment whilst being very diplomatic the next second. In India, it might be wise for a prospective outsider to pay attention to hierarchy so as to determine as to who actually is the key decision maker. Mind you, this individual might not be the loudest voice in the room. Now let us move on to beautiful England, where the English and their extent of politeness can be its own language. In England, we might hear very polite phrases asking us to consider another option. Most of us would take it at face value and consider it a suggestion. In reality, if you translate it correctly, it meant that please do not do that again in any universe. Next, we have one of my all-time favorite cities in the world, Dubai. In Dubai, meetings often begin with hospitality, and what this means is that personal connections matter as much as the proposal. Dubai, being the expatriate capital of the world, is the honeypot, where expatriates from all over the world work. Remember that in one of these multicultural workplaces, you are in fact dealing with a blend of business cultural norms. In Dubai, if you cannot flex your communication style, you are definitely going to lose your international business proposals. Then we have the highly organized and efficient Germans. Doing business in Germany will ensure that you get to experience the beauty of knowing what clarity in business is. The Germans appreciate preparedness, a crisp agenda that is structured, and one that holds together under pressure. Germans value directness, precision, and logical persuasion. Their feedback is often direct and professional. Now, on to the stoic variety of the Scandinavian countries. The Scandinavians are calm and often avoid drama in business meetings. In Scandinavian business meeting rooms, the hierarchy is not obvious, and often the best ideas are chosen as the winners. In other words, Don't sell, but explain. And then there is fascinating China, which taught me to listen for meaning and not just the words. In China, like Japan, a yes might not be a real yes, and a no will never be given directly. Phrases like study, consider, and review are common, and these are signals and not necessarily conclusions. In China, we need to pay attention to what happens after the meeting, like who follows up and the details that are asked. In China, the real conversation often begins once the formal meeting ends. So here's what I want you to take away. Culture shapes communications, and therefore we should be keenly aware as to who we are meeting during international business meetings. Now, I want to hear from you as to what was the biggest cross-cultural international business meeting blunder that you have ever witnessed. Please share it in the comments. All the good, the bad, and the painfully memorable.